All right, so for B, what is this? Help me out with this. It says determine the interest rate for a $2,000 loan. What letter does 2,000 represent? Yeah, but is it I, P? So what we need to do is we need to figure out what is I. Okay, we need to figure out what is the principal, P. So I is the total interest paid. P is the principal, the initial amount of the loan. R is the interest rate as a decimal, and T is the number of years in time. So what does P represent, or what does $2,000 represent? Which variable is that?
Which one's I?
I is, if you remember up here, I is the total interest. I represent, so the $2,000 is the interest?
No, it's the rate. Interest rate.
Well, they want to find the interest rate, so I know we don't know the interest rate. So maybe we'll come back to this one. Let's keep going. That will be paid off in 4 years. What does 4 represent? Time. So the 4 goes here. With an interest totaling 640, what does 640 represent? If it's the interest. Yeah. Did you raise your hand? You want to answer? Well, listen. We've got 2 numbers left and 2 variables. 640 is an interest. Which variable represents interest? I. Very good. So the interest 640 is I. So what does that make 2,000? P. What does P stand for? Do you guys remember? Principal. So the principal is the initial amount of money that's owed. All right. So now we've got to solve for R. So when I solve for R, I need to move the P and the T away. What is the P doing to R? When you have 2 letters next to each other, what does that mean they're supposed to do mathematically? Multiply. So what is the inverse of multiply? Divide. So I'm going to divide. What do I need to move away? Which ones? I need to solve for R, so which ones do I need to move away from R? That's what I'm asking you. Say the letters that are next to R. What letters are next to R here? P and T. So that means I need to divide by P and T. Whatever I do on one side, I have to do to the other. What did I do to both sides mathematically? I used division. So this is the division property of equality. Okay. Oh, that last one is not the best, not my best handwriting. Okay. So then I get, what happens is the P's cancel and the T's cancel, and I'm left with R equals I over PT. Well, what is the I? Let's plug these numbers into the formula. So if this is the equation I'm going to use to find the interest rate, I'm going to say the I. What's the value for I? What number? 640. Very good. What is the P value? 2,000. And what do I plug in here? 4. 4 for T. That's the total number of years. And if you plug that in your calculator, so in your calculator, I'm going to say, I got to hit my math button. You guys should be doing this too. It's a good idea to practice it now. I'm going to say 640 divided by 2,000 times 4. Now that spit out a fraction. Does anybody remember how to convert a fraction to a decimal? Don't we hit math? And then it's the second option. I don't know if you guys remember that, but we started that at the beginning of the year. So when I do it this way, it's saying take the answer. Well, what was the answer? 2 over 25 and change it to a decimal. Well, bam, with the bacon sizzle, it's 0.08. Guess what? That's what they have written down. So what's 0.08 as a percentage? Well, the decimal, here's this shortcut. I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but it's out of 100. So to figure out what percent it is, I'm going to move this over 2 spaces to the right, which means that it's 8% per year. Okay? Any questions on that?